Well, our new European adventure continues with another winnable game on paper today. But how's it going to pan out with an injury hit squad after the last episode and new signings not yet able to be integrated into the European squad? We have got a couple of timely returns from the World Cup this summer though, so hopefully today it'll be another comfortable passage as we look to continue our European run. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 17 of this FM09 Let's Retro Save from Fulham as we return today for our second successive episode of very winnable European qualifiers against Welsh opposition. Today it is Newtown that are the opponents and hopefully they won't give us quite as many injuries as Real did last time around. If you're looking forward to seeing if they do and how our squad is shaping up for the new season, albeit you won't see any of them today, and please do put a thumbs up on the video. It is so important that we get through to the European group stages and try and replicate Roy, and that's why I'm going to show you every ounce of this European run. Let's go and have a look very quickly at the transfer work over the last week since you were last with me for the second leg, and then we're going to go and get prepared for this double header because I expect it to be 2 games full of highlights again. So firstly, through the transfer centre we go. No deals done for players in yet, but you'll see a couple that are imminently joining in a moment. Also on the outs, lots of players leaving on a free at the end of their contract, probably most notably Andranik from our career who was in the first team, and Chris Smalling who obviously in real life went on to have a very good career. But the main one is the sale for £3 million. Andy Johnson is finally off of the wage bill and not stealing a living anymore. He's gone to West Brom for £3 million, where ironically is accepted a lower wage. He was okay for us the first half of the first year, but he hadn't scored a league goal since the first season November. It's an absolute disgrace. Didn't start a game last year because when we needed him, he was inevitably injured. And when he did turn up, he was absolutely awful. So Andy Johnson, it's good riddance and goodbye to you. But that is £3 million in. And so far, we've not spent it because although we're targeting a couple of stars in 2 key positions, if we look at the transfer news so far, it's about what we've been able to do for free. And you can see here some of the deals that we've tried to do and the ones that we have successfully done. So 2 players are joining the club imminently. The first one is DeMarcus Beasley from Rangers. He comes in tomorrow and is an improvement on the left-hand side as a backup. It allows John Fleck for now to be the backup striker and a backup sort of attacking midfield player. And DeMarcus Beasley gives us that extra strength on the left. He's rated as a good player. He's only 28, he's on a modest wage, and his attributes are brilliant. Gives us some much needed pace on the wing when Albin's not available, and does mean in those odd games, and I know they're not often, or in some of the European matches, when we are a couple of goals up, we can just take Joan Albin off and give him a bit of a breather, which I think is going to be so important later on in the year. The second one to come in is a bit older and does have a bit of a fee with it, but Sergei Ignashevich was always a brilliant defender back in these FMs. From CSKA Moscow for 1.4 million. He's 30 years of age now, I accept, but 1.4 million for someone who's going to come in of that quality, the mental attributes are incredible, and be a part of our squad. Someone who can come in for the European games, can give a Hangeland or a Diakate a break, take away the worry when Diakate goes on these weird international breaks in the middle of nowhere. He's got brilliant attributes in game. He's got brilliant form for CSKA Moscow, and I think he's going to be brilliant for us. So Ignashevich is the man to come in alongside him. You can see Fulham 2 tried to make Eddie Johnson's loan permanent. He rejected them. Timothy Atuba has rejected a move to Le Mans. Andy Webster, we've got a confirmation on to get back after his loan, but not sure whether we're going to do that yet. And Györkes Satoridis is a free agent now, having run out of contract at Atletico Madrid, but he's on a massive contract there. So really, we need them to release him. And if they do, we'll have a go at getting him as our first choice right back. But as you can see, we're not the only interested party of high quality. With that out the way, though, we've still got to find a right back and right winger. We've still got to deal with the injuries of the last episode with Pennant and Schneiderlin. But we're in an okay place to do that today, because if we go through and continue to the squads, not only have we got a couple of timely returns from the World Cup, we have met maybe one of the best youth players I have ever seen in any FM. Now, he's ineligible at the moment because he's only 15, but he's one of 4 players who are absolutely excellent. So let me show you these guys very quickly, because you already know about Frank Stimpson, who was here from last year, featured in the last episode. But let's show you some of the others. We've got Richard Gregory, who's got 4-star potential, who looks okay, and he'll be on the bench today. The same goes for a right winger in Andy Nightingale, which he's not great, but it's not a bad thing to have today, given the injuries we've got. Then we had 2 players that were listed as potential generational greats. Now, one of them I'm not so sure about, the other I certainly am. So the first one who's on the bench today is Paul Webster, who is a number 10 who you can see has got some good key attributes, but maybe not all of the ones you want just yet, but definitely a lot of potential there. Then there's this one, Alex Harrison, weirdly listed as a centre-back and a centre-forward. No idea why he's listed as a centre-half, because he's about 5'9", can't jump or tackle, but that's classic FM. Look at this guy at 15 years of age. He is, I would argue, not far off Andy Johnson attribute-wise, plus better in the air despite his lack of height, a little bit quicker and a little less injury-prone on paper. This is the best 15-year-old I think I've ever seen in Football Manager, and we've randomly picked him up in this save. He can't even qualify to play in this competition today, but he does turn 16 before the second leg, and if we're comfortably through, he's not going to be on the bench, he's going to start. Alex Harrison is a superstar. Let me know if you've had a better 15-year-old than that in any iteration of FM. As you do that, we're going to head through to the first leg of our European qualifier against Newtown. We've got a good little squad here. Breda Hangeland is back from the World Cup but not fit. However, we have got timely returns of both Skelbred and Clint Dempsey, basically recovering for the 2 people that got injured in Pennant and Schneiderlin last time. I've also reinstated the likes of Altidore, Enrique and Papi Diacarte to the team. And on the bench, Juan Albin is back as well. I'm not going to rush him in just yet. So this is the 11 in full. It is Ali Al-Habsi between the sticks with Storr and Enrique at fullback alongside Papi Diacarte and Billy Jones in the middle. Andreasen and Sissoko joined by Skelbred in central midfield, who's back with Clint Dempsey, John Fleck and Josie Altidore, the attacking 3 against Newtown. We're going to go into the first leg. We're going to push the fullbacks on to try and be aggressive in this one. And we're not going to give those numbers to the youth players. They're good. They're not that good. Let's go through to the first leg. See if we can make it comfortable. Well, it's 4-4-2 for Newtown. We've said that we expect to win the game and we're going to be aggressive with Jose Enrique and on the other side with Frederick Storr. I just hope it's going to be enough. I'm also going to allow Sissoko to make more forward runs. I really want to try and find a way to get this wrapped up early to put loads of pressure on. We just struggled to do that a little in the first tie. And then in the second leg, it means we can rest more and we don't end up with the situation where 2 or 3 first teamers get injured. As Fleck crosses early, Diacarte loses out. It's away as far as Clint Dempsey. Bob Bradley watching him in the stands today, and Josie Altidore for that matter. Wonder why he didn't get called up for the World Cup, because he was still with us, wasn't he, as Fleck to the byline. Good cross in, Sissoko's up. And that's why we wanted him to make forward runs. Gets to the back stick with a wonderful header. And John Fleck, the man who sets it up, he's got a rare chance on the left-hand side because it's going to be Beasley and it's going to be Albin now. But 1-0 within 2 minutes. A similar start to the last episode. Are we going to back it up with a few more goals this time? That's the big question. As Skelbred's already got the physio on. Oh, it's not what we need. As Andreasen to Skelbred. Andreasen again back to Billy Jones. Skelbred with space. Doesn't look too hampered at the moment. Wide to John Fleck on the left. Gets into the box. He's got support and he cuts it back as far as Skelbred. Good challenge the first time, but not the second. Skelbred makes it 2 in 6 minutes. This is more like it. We can afford to be aggressive in a game like this. And so far, it's really paying dividends. Down the left-hand side we go again. Jose Enrique, just 8 minutes gone. It's another goal. Per Skelbred puts it in at the back stick. It's second of the game already. This is what we should have done in the first tie. And now we're close to our first 11. It's just what? Hangeland, Albin, and then maybe Schneiderlin if he was fit. They're probably the only 3 missing and the goalkeeper. Only 3 outfield players missing from our first 11. It's starting to show now as Enrique throws into Altidore. This could genuinely be double figures if we want it. As Fleck down the left, there's 4 in the middle again waiting. In towards Josie Altidore. Just want to get him his first for the season. That's the one thing that's missing today. 12 minutes on the clock. It's out for a corner. And it's a chance for John Fleck to deliver again. Diacarte goes to it. The keeper does well. Wasted corner. 14 gone. Still 3-0 to Fulham. As Bristow goes long, Diacarte will get there. We might not have time to show the second leg the rate this is going because we could be watching most of this match. I think it might be tie over by then though, if it's not already, as Frederick Storr comes forward, gives the ball away poorly. Don't let in a goal. I'll be very unhappy if we let in a goal. Ellis towards the byline after the Storr mistake, showing why he's still the weak link in the team, even against Welsh opposition, as Miller gets the ball, shots over the bar. It's a half chance and it's a stupid mistake. With 15 gone, I don't think we can complain. As Leon Andreasen with a free kick on halfway, out to Storr on the right. We've now had Sissoko on with the physio as well. So 20 minutes in and both centre midfielders have had work done. It's a bit of a worry. Good job we have got those youngsters on the bench as John Fleck gets in. It's a good save. I mean, I could even move Fleck into the middle in fairness later if need be. But I'd like to bring on the likes of Stimpson, the other young midfielder if we can. There's no harm in it today. As Skelbred, edge of the box, can turn on a hat-trick. Puts it over. We've not really had many great chances yet. We've just got in out wide so often. John Fleck's having a great game. With 20 gone, this is going to be a very long match to watch. But I'm not going to complain if we get 6 or 7. As Dempsey finds Sissoko. Out to the right-hand side to Dempsey. He gets towards the byline. Chance to cross. Punched away, but only as far as the left-back who clears downfield. Coming straight back, though, because Billy Jones gets it on halfway. I'd imagine if we do sign Andy Webster, which I'm very much contemplating, then I think Billy Jones would probably become the 6th choice midfielder next year, with Danny Murphy dropping down as Fleck gets in again. Good cross to the back stick. Dempsey can't make it. But Jones is the sort of player where he can cover 6, 7 different positions that you just want to have him available on the bench. As Storr gets to the byline. Good chance to cross. He's up to the back post. Skelbred's there again. Brings it down and gets his hat-trick. He's been back from the World Cup for 23 minutes. And that is the goal threat we were missing in the last episode. To be fair, Schneiderlin did score from his position. But this is an absolute joy to watch. Dominance from Fulham. And we're definitely going through. Another round will be safely dealt with. How many can we get though? That's the question. Half an hour gone. It's calmed down a bit now. I'm going to start booing if we don't get a chance soon. As Fisher gets the throw on the left to Ellis. Chance to cross to the back post. Billy Jones loses out in the air. It's through to Ali Al-Habsi. Not sure if that officially goes down as a shot. We just need an out-of-door goal. It's the only thing that would round off this night. I can see Sissoko and Skelbred are struggling, so I might take both off at half-time. Just make sure we don't have any injuries. As Fleck gets the ball into the front post. Billy Jones. Diakate goes there as well, but I think it was Jones who got the final touch. 5-0. Yes, this is what we needed. Much more like it. And both midfielders, still a little bit of a condition issue. I'm not going to risk Albin. I'm not going to risk any of the first teamers. There's no point bringing Murphy on in a game like this, so I think the youngsters are the way forward. As Fleck with the corner again. Diakate and Jones up again. Billy Jones is now on a hat-trick. He's having a field day in there. It is 6-0 to Fulham. I know you might not think that it's worthwhile showing all of these games, but this is what we came to this save for. We've got to replicate Roy. And you saw we struggled at times in the last one. This time we've got it just about right. Half time, it's going to be 6-0 to Fulham. I don't think we need to see this second leg, but we've been brilliant so far. And now Sissoko is definitely coming off and Skelbred might. But let's say we're pleased with the performance. We're going to bring... So Paul Webster, he's an attacking midfielder, but he can play naturally in centre mid. I'm going to put him on for Skelbred in central midfield there. And I'm going to take Sissoko off for this Gregory, I think, who is naturally a centre-half but can play in midfield. Or in fact, actually, I could bring Omazusi on because Billy Jones is a natural centre midfielder as well. So he can go in there. And then Omazusi could go in alongside Diakate. And then the final sub can be either Stimpson or Gregory. I really want to leave Aldstor on to get a goal, but I feel like Stimpson, the youngster, he is one of the hot prospects. Whereas the other lads... Gregory, he's got okay potential, but he's not special like your Webster, like that 15-year-old I showed you, the Harrison and Stimpson. So maybe they're the ones we have to prioritise. Maybe if we can get a hat-trick to Billy Jones, we can then take him off. I don't know. Go 2 up front for the last half an hour. I don't really want to take liberties or be disrespectful, but this is easy as Andreasen plays it out to Storr. Gets towards the byline. Good cross in. Billy Jones is in there. But it falls for Clint Dempsey. Edge of the box is blocked to Andreasen. Up to Billy Jones again. Support from John Fleck on the edge of the box. Turns his man inside out. Wins the penalty. Easy work from him. And he's going to take it as well. John Fleck has not scored today. He's done everything else. Can he add to the score sheet now? Left-footed, steps up into the bottom corner. Composed penalty. A brilliant day at the office. It's just been an absolute dream so far. I'm going to save the last sub till the hour mark just in case of an injury or anything like that. But I think we're pretty comfortable and content with where we are now. I think we know we're going through. So it's just about, does someone need a rest? I mean, maybe then we do take Altidore off as a first teamer. As Fleck puts it in, Omazusi, the youngster, turns, takes on a man. Back across the box, it's blocked. It falls for Dempsey. He gets it to the byline. In towards Altidore. There's the moment. Josie's got his goal. We needed that because it dragged on last year and it took him a while to get going. He's off the mark now in July. That's what we want. And it means we can get Stimpson on as well. Absolutely thrilled with that. It's been the perfect night so far. If we avoid injury, it remains it. It's far more comfortable than the last one. Those boys coming back from the World Cup, the extra 2 games of fitness and the extra little bit of attacking intent all playing a role here. So we're going to make the sub now. It's going to be Altidore off. It's going to be Stimpson on. And that's going to be us for the rest of the game. It does mean in the second leg we can rest loads of people. We can put some of those youth players in and stop the injury problems we had last time. As Altidore... Oh, he's got a second. Now I feel bad. I'm taking him off on a hat-trick. Ah, Josie, I feel for you, but you'll forgive me in time. There are more important games to come. Josie Altidore off on a brace and Stimpson on up front. It would be the perfect night if he could get his first goal for the club too. We've not seen much of young Webster yet either. I'm sure that'll happen in time as well. Josie Altidore off. Well done to you. What a display it's been. Fulham 9, Newtown 0. Are we going to get those double figures as it goes up towards John Fleck? Brings it down really well. Webster picks it up in the middle. Going to be 2 Andy Websters here, aren't there soon? Or 2 Websters at least. A Stimpson! Oh, lovely. Webster involved in the move. Stimpson scores it, his first ever goal at professional level. It sends us into double figures. Of course, this is not that competitive. But what a moment. John Fleck must have about 6 assists now. Honestly, it's getting ridiculous. On another throw on the left for Fulham, John Fleck takes it quickly to Enrique. Into Leon Andreasen, good block. Frederick Stork will chase it out to the right. It beats him to go for a throw-in. 15 minutes remaining. It's dominant. It's wonderful to watch. And Frederick Stork is looking to find the opening. Into Billy Jones. That's the centre-half up there who's gone into midfield. Oh, it's even better now. Webster's got a goal as well. Both of the academy players have scored. Both have got their first professional goal. This is why Europe's so important. It's a brilliant opportunity for the youngsters. It's fantastic for some of the senior pros to get off the mark. And they're great pre-season friendlies, aren't they? As John Fleck puts it into Diakate. He's not got one yet. As now. Oh my words. I'm guessing Rill are a little bit better than Newtown. It's 12-0 to Fulham. We will see a lot of those youth players in the next game. I might even play that Harrison centre-half. Just so I can keep Stimpson in because this has been a wonderful night. 10 to go. How many more will we get? Well, none may be the answer. It seems we've finally taken a bit of pity on Newtown. It's out on the left-hand side. They've got a throw. And don't be fooled. We might be winning by 12. If I concede and lose the clean sheet, I'm going to be furious with them. I'll probably even kick off in the dressing room. They've got every man in our half. They're having a right go here. Clements with a chance to shoot from miles out. Now Habsy will watch it over, but a little bit of complacency there. But 2 youngsters scoring on their debuts. Altidore off the mark. A Skelbred hat-trick on his return. Hopefully Sissoko's not picked up a bad injury. And if that's the case, it's a great night as Andreasen loses out as it goes as far as Fleck. He's fouled as well now. He's seen that DeMarcus Beasley's coming in. He knows he has to perform. And with 1 minute of stoppage time to go, there is one more chance to add one more goal to this score sheet. Andreasen will take the free kick. He's got Webster short. He's got Omazusi behind. That's the option he picks. Into Billy Jones in midfield. Over the top to Fleck, who's in behind on that left-hand side again. Towards the byline. Enrique's with him. Goes for the cross himself. Billy Jones up there. He's still looking for his hat-trick. Andreasen in. Jones with a chance to bring it down. And he's put it out of play now. Very professional. It was his last chance at a hat-trick. Probably the only chance he'll ever get. Unfortunately, a little knock for Newtown at the end there. Andreasen getting a bit carried away. We're well over the 1 minute. We've played 2.5 now. It's got to be game over soon. I mean, it couldn't have gone better tonight. 6 clear-cut chances. We're watching a whole fair play segment play out now. They threw it back to us. We threw it out for a goal kick. I mean, just get on with the game, will you? 12-0, goal kick. And that is a brilliant night. What a performance. Let's just check we've avoided any injuries. So pleased both youth players got a goal. And hopefully Harrison can add to that next time. Let's see what's been said about this one. Some performance. I think the fans will be saying they're not happy now. And we finish with another bit of news because Andy Webster has now been signed from Rangers. The second one comes in. Obviously won't be eligible to play next week, but he is going to be our backup centre-half alongside Ignashevich. That's our European partnership for the group stages. That's a level of squad depth we've not had before, I tell you. Very happy with him. Really good signing that. And now, if we go and have a look at the rest of the messages, Skelbred's still looking to move after a hat-trick. Don't know why. And John Fleck, yeah. I mean, I don't understand why Walter Smith's still trying to chase him at Rangers, because they had him. They let him come to us. Why would you have done that to start with? What a player he's becoming, though. John Fleck looks a potential superstar. Some other big wins going about there. Of course, we're starting to see the Scottish teams in. Dundee United getting a win, but we've got to try and get to the group stages, and I don't know how long the draws are going to stay easy for. So we're not going to bother with the second leg of this one because we've got a lot of work to do to try and get in a new right back, a new right winger, to try and improve this squad moving forward. We're obviously through. I think you can tell that. And we're going to be back for the third qualifying round a week later with what I hope is still all of these key players, including the ones that are unhappy. You can see Albin, Skelbred and Hangeland all still in that boat, all with 2 years left on their contract, which is a worry. And then we're just going to see whether we can avoid injuries in the next leg. I'm going to play all of the youth players, all of the backups, and hopefully we're going to have a really good time. If you did enjoy this one, a very comfortable win, a proper Fulham performance that, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. I want to know more than anything what you think of that youngster Harrison. I don't think I've ever seen a better 15-year-old in FM. Certainly one that's come through my youth intake. So let me know if you agree or disagree. The only one I can think was even close was back in our FM21 save, Kyo Bulkley at Bangor City. I don't think he was as good as that. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let me know what you think the expectation is for this year. And when will these draws start to get difficult? I guess we'll find out when we see our opponents in the third round next time. If you did enjoy this one, please do chuck a thumbs up on it. To stay up to date with everything this week, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. New episodes every weekday at 4:30. And hopefully when we return in 2 weeks' time, maybe we'll have one of the two blockbuster signings we're looking for at either right back or the right of midfield. A massive thank you for watching this one though. A proper performance in European qualifying. It's probably what we expected to do in the first qualifying round. We've managed to pull it off in a second. The youth team will get a run out next week, and I'll see you in 2 as we return for the third round. Hopefully, we're not far from the group stages.